tell, this shit crazy.
Aye, 10 out of 10, babe, you know you come different. I'm hitting it right on top, like once you come, let's switch positions.
Alright, what's good guys, welcome back to a new vlog. As you can see, I'm currently in a bit of a different scenery. I'm currently actually at my family's, so I've just gone to visit some family in a different part of England. And if you watched the previous vlog, you would have seen that actually nearby to here, there's a dealership that has a new BMW that's just sort of gotten to the dealership, and it is a one-of-one spec. This is like a custom individual colour. It looks so good. So hopefully what I'm going to be doing in today's vlog is definitely taking a look at it, and then I'm actually not sure whether this is going to be the vlog where I buy it, but I'm not going to lie, from seeing it, it's very tempting. So you know, you guys will see later in the vlog. Definitely go and have a look at it. Have a look at some potential other options. The M2 is very appealing to me as well, just because in the UK, you Americans aren't going to be able to relate, but in the UK, roads are so narrow, and like just having a slightly smaller and compact car from the front, I'm not as big of a fan, but from the rear, I think it looks really nice. But I'll just see. I've never actually really properly looked at one in the flesh, like in person properly. Obviously, I've seen some on the road, but not properly looking at them. So it'll be good to just, you know, take a look. Yeah, we'll see what we're feeling. They've also got an Aston Martin dealership right next to it, so I mean, I might as well have a look in there, you know. We'll see what I say. This is the yellow one I was talking about. Bro, look at the carbon buckets, man. Beautiful M3.
Yes, we used to be on E38 and E39 in the 90s.
This is the one right here. This Loki might be the one. This is looking beautiful, man.
Yeah.
That's looking scary.
Boys, what about that M2 though? M2 is beautiful. I actually really like the rear end. Look at that. The rear end is really nice. It's just the front end. Front end ain't really my style. Look at the absolute state of this place. Some absolute beautiful cars. This is, I never really considered an Aston Martin like that, but bro, after seeing, bro, look at the state of this. Oh my days. I need to level up. The M4 is beautiful, yeah, but I need to level up. Oh my. Look at this one right here. V12 Vanquish. 200k. Look at the interior on that. Look at the carbon seats. Look at that seat. It's got like nothing to it. It's actually crazy. 500k. That is crazy. This is one of 38 in the world. To go. Look at the absolute state of this. This is actually just insane. V12. Right guys, I am back now. Some beautiful cars, as you can see. I'm literally in a bit of a rush now. I need to... Why is the camera so low down? I need to grab my... I'm going to hop on this. Get this call done, and then I'll kind of update you the whole car situation. Yo, what's good, Jordan, bro? What's good, everyone? Let me know how my mic sounds and stuff. I'm on a different laptop because I'm not at home right now, so... Let me know if it all sounds good. If not, I'll try and change it. Any campaigns lined up for March? Bro, I'm not going to lie. The last 2 days I've been very busy with potential campaigns, so yeah. 100%. Let me see how shit this, the camera is on this fucking laptop. Bro, what the fuck is this shit, man? This shit is ass. Alright guys, just wrapped up the inner circle call. My laptop literally died right at the end, which is perfect timing. It was like a 50-minute call. Went into some crazy detail, kind of planning the next month, talking about the brands we're working with, all that good stuff. Yeah, a little update on the car. As you can see, that M4 is beautiful. It's a one-of-one colour. I don't actually fully know how to describe or say the name of the colour. Bro, this chair's squeaky as hell. But yeah, it's like Asian blue, I think it is. And it's a one-of-one individual. It's so nice. It doesn't have carbon buckets, which is slightly disappointing for me. I really wanted the carbon buckets, but at the same time, after actually sitting in the regular competition seats, they're so comfy. They're actually really nice. So I'm not too bothered about that. In terms of the spec, it's got decent spec, decent bit of carbon on the exterior, carbon roof. But I think at the same time, if I get the car when it's a bit more basic, a bit more chilled, it gives me the opportunity to mod it a little bit. And I feel like that would be better because the car feels more you know, customizable, so it can feel fresher for longer. If I just have a fully spec'd out car from the start, I feel like I get bored of it quicker. Whereas if I can just add a couple mods to it as time goes on, I feel like that's going to be way more enjoyable for me. So at the end of the day, I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and check it out tomorrow as well. In the videos I showed you, they hadn't actually cleaned or done anything to the car. It'd literally been in the dealership for 20 minutes, and I was the first person to see it, which is just great timing. But yeah, it wasn't clean. They hadn't got rid of, there's a couple scratches here and there, so they need to get those out. So I'm going to go ahead and have a look tomorrow after that's all done, and then yeah, we'll see. I love coming to visit my family here because this place is just so nice. Look at that view. You guys will know from the first vlog, me kicking ball down there. Definitely going to run that back this vlog. Yeah, sunset's so nice. This place really is beautiful, man. It's like 2 AM right now, bro. I'm tired as shit, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm just chilling, making the most of look at this fucking nerd. Yeah, I was editing the last vlog. Look at this, man. In Porsche right now. We just test drove the M4. I'll kind of talk about that scene, but just having a look in Porsche, and wow, there's some absolute beauties in here. I was going to kick some ball this afternoon, but I don't have enough time. We're going now, so it's what it is, but I'm disappointed about that, to be fair. Yeah, Vinix, how many more? Well, you've got a little bit of a while still, because the UK one started a bit later. I think we got to the 3rd on those ones. In his video, it was like the balance between education and entertainment in terms of the skit wasn't quite where I wanted it. Like, it's only his 2nd ever video with TikTok Shop, so it's not going to be perfect. I think he's made so far off that 1.4 mil around 700 in commission, which is not bad. But for 1.4 mil views, we would probably, I'd be expecting at least 1,000. Right guys, just wrapped up that Inner Circle call. As you can see now, I am at home, and about the car, I'd like to talk about it. So, funny thing is, in the UK, if you want to test drive a BMW from a BMW dealership, you have to be 21 years old. Obviously, I'm only 20, so can't do that for a starter. But the fact that it's an M car, you can't test drive an M car until you're 25 years old. So I'd still have to wait 5 years until I can even, you know, test drive the car. So when I went down to the dealership today, I went with my dad, and he basically test drove it. And my dad is like the biggest car head ever. So I think he's like a good person to go to the dealership with, to be fair, because he's bought many cars in his lifetime, and he just knows like all the right things to really look out for. And when looking at the car, I mean, driving, obviously it wasn't me driving, I wish it was, but yeah, like I said, you've got to be 25 to even test drive the car. But bro, that shit was so fucking fast. This is a joke. But the actual car itself, the spec in terms of the colour, you guys would have seen that colour is beautiful. It's the Asian blue, and it's like a one of one individual for that M4. They don't make it, it's an individual colour, and I don't think there's a single other one in the UK with that same colour, which is obviously something that really drew me to it. But at the same time, the rest of the spec isn't really there. It's pretty much standard for the rest of that. It's just like the parking plus and like just kind of things you don't really care about too much. One thing I really want to get, obviously I spoke about in previous vlogs, is carbon buckets and some form of carbon pack, or the ultimate pack on the M cars. Just beautiful. But if we could have got that one for the right price, then I would have been down for it, but they just weren't really budging on it. And to me, for the price it was at, I could have spent just a little bit more and got one with carbon buckets, or got one with some form of carbon pack, or even X drive, so it's 4-wheel drive, because in the UK, rear-wheel drive on some of the roads in the UK is a bit of a risky one. But to be honest, I'm not too bothered about that. It's mainly I just want some form of nice spec in terms of some carbon on there, to be fair. But definitely going to keep, you know, continuing the hunt this weekend. I'm going to go have a look at some that are a bit more local to me. There's some ones with nice spec local to me, so we'll definitely go have a look, and that will still be in this vlog as well, probably. So I'll keep you updated. We'll see, maybe by the end of the video we've got that car locked in. But to me right now, it's a surprise. I don't even know, but you guys definitely do know. Alright, back from the gym. Got myself a little matcha made to sip on. I've got a call right now, so we're going to go ahead, get that sorted. Yo, you good, bro? Alright, perfect. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and just screen share and just kind of show you everything about the Inner Circle. We're going to try and get our GMV as high as possible, because that's going to allow you to get paid more from the retainers. So say, for example, if you can get past 5k in GMV in a month, which sounds crazy, but genuinely you'd be surprised how quickly you can probably do this once you start to get to the content to a good standard. I look to get you on some brand deals as well. And yeah, that's basically everything. So if you've got any questions in terms of what I've gone through on today's call, you know, feel free to ask. Any questions about the Inner Circle as well, again, feel free to ask them. Right, I just wrapped up that call with a new Inner Circle member. I'm about to have a call with one of the brands we're working with just to have a little update and kind of see what we're going to run next month for the Inner Circle members in terms of getting their, retainer payments in and all that good stuff. Yeah, you're definitely moving in the right direction. It's good that you're obviously scaling up now. Did you manage to get a new order in after all the Chinese New Year stuff? And one thing that I'd also inform you on is in Europe, so Germany, France and Italy, TikTok Shop has just become available there, and I'm going to tell you right now, the market saturation there is going to be super, super low. Of course, the languages are completely different, so packaging and stuff like that might be a bit of an issue, but I'm sure not many brands in the UK are thinking about expanding there, so that's also one thing. Right guys, it is a little bit later in the day, I've been locked in, but I just need to show you this wing because this is absolutely insane. So Julia joined the Inner Circle a couple months ago, and she absolutely hated her 9 to 5. But within joining the Inner Circle in 1 month, she made £40,000 in 20 days. And she's now gone ahead and quit her job. As you can see, she used to do hospitality in a 9 to 5 and she's just quit her job. And I'll just show you some of the wins that she's got recently. I mean, the amount of wins right here is actually insane. As you can see, last 7 days, a little 2K. And she's running multiple accounts at the moment, just withdrawing thousands every single week. And it's actually insane to see how far, she's come in just the last couple months. I remember when she sent this in her first month of joining, she did £40,000 in 20 days and she's still printing now. Genuinely, seeing stuff like this is so fulfilling to me to know that, the coaching and the effort that I put in to get people consistently, going viral and making good quality content, whether it's TikTok Shop, TikTok Creators Program, and seeing numbers like that is absolutely insane. The fact that you can make more that you're making in your 9 to 5 in just a month or a few weeks or even 1 week is just absolutely ridiculous. It's so good to see. But if you would like to, apply for the Inner Circle yourself, I'm going to leave the link in description. Feel free to apply. We do have a few more spots open up, but of course these spots do get filled up pretty quickly. So whenever you're seeing this, I just make sure you go ahead and apply with the link below. This is what we're talking about. I miss this weather so much, but the UK, it's looking quite nice. Oh, I love the sun, man. It makes such a big difference. You know how crusty I am. You guys know the routine at this point. But look at the state of the weather right now. For those who live in hot countries, you ain't going to know what I'm feeling like. You're used to this. But, bro, it's March in the UK. And the sun is... Oh, it makes such a big difference. I see why people say, oh, the UK is so shit because of the weather. But it makes you actually appreciate when the sun comes out more. As stupid as it sounds, I genuinely sound more motivated today. Just because there's actually a bit of sun. And it's not cloudy and rainy and horrible. But... this is the first time I've gone for a 5k and I'm actually sweating a bit. I'm wearing 3 layers right now. I'm regretting it, but it's such a good way to start the morning. We've got this M3 here as well, but I'm not gonna lie, red is just not the one. I do not like red, so this is not even gonna get considered, but still nice to be fair. It's got buckets. No, it's not got buckets. Looking at this M2 right now, 24 plate, frozen grey, beautiful finish. It's actually really nice. M2 is so tempting. Carbon roof as well. I really am a fan of the M2, I'm not gonna lie, it's more compact as well, it's got that compact feel to it. Alright, inside the M2 now, and this is, it's beautiful. This is a bit of a newer spec, so it's got the full iDrive. It's so clean, bro. Don't know what it is about the steering wheel as well. It is so nice in here. And the only thing I'm not the biggest fan of is the seats, the little blue and red accents, and then this stuff on here I'm not the biggest fan of, but the frozen grey exterior is so nice on this. This has got carbon added interior as well. It's a really good spec to be fair, but just I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to picking. Looking at an M3 right now. This one is very unique. This spec, it's got, so if you see the gold calipers, that means it's carbon ceramics, and no M3 or M4 has this. It's the first one I've seen. It doesn't have buckets though. I'm gonna get in and sat in the M3 now. Again, beautiful place to be. It's so nice. I think the interior is relatively consistent throughout all of these, to be fair, but this is definitely a nice one for sure. At first, I wasn't the biggest fan of this yellow, but I'm not gonna lie, it stands out really nicely. I've sat in an M3 and M4 and M2 now, so I mean, to be fair, compared to the M4, the M3 is not too much different, obviously a bit more practical, but yeah, really nice. Little shopping after the gym, little fruit, little shot, steak of course, you already know how it is. I'm munch just when I get home. This weather in the UK right now is actually insane. It actually makes such a big difference with the weather being this nice. The vibes are just, I feel so much more motivated for some reason. Just cracked open one of these absolute beautiful, once a week max though, but it's from the freezer, and when a freezing cold white monster hits differently, but about to host a little call. Not with the Inner Circle, actually. This is an onboarding call with a new member, so we're going to go get him all set up. How you doing, bro? So yeah, today's call is just going to be the onboarding call, basically breaking down everything about, you know, the Inner Circle, just to get you set up and understood on how everything works. So what I'll do is I'm just going to share my screen. Alright boys, locked in tonight. As you can see, I've gone ahead and added a bunch of new products. Obviously it's a new month now. I've gone ahead and added some bottom of funnel products. If you don't know what that is, it's a new style of TikTok. It's kind of simple but kind of complex at the same time, but it's very, very good. Then also I've added the March products. So in here in the sort of Google Drive, I have a folder which is full of all the products. So each month I'll go ahead and update it, add a doc for all the US and UK products that are banging right now. Kind of like in here, there's some actually just ridiculous products, like the Inner Circle members are going to absolutely cook because they're so early onto some of them. And then bottom of funnel as well. These are more generic products, but these are going to do super, super well with consistency. Alright guys, as you can see, it's currently 3 AM right now. I'm just going through loads of the Inner Circle members sort of questions and stuff. We've got a couple new people on board, so we're just kind of getting them started, getting them their first product sent out. We also have just gone ahead and sorted out a bunch of contracts and invoices for the Inner Circle members who have got retainer payments. So they're now getting paid for all the retainers they've done with the Inner Circle brands over the last month, which is beautiful to see. For example, in here we've got Clark. He's just been eligible for a $750 payout for just posting his videos, which again is just, it's just the best. But yeah, not gonna lie guys, I'm absolutely cooked right now. I'm so tired. Usually 3 is the cut-off point where I kind of just, you know, shut everything down and just go to bed. But today has been a bit of a long one. I've been, just so much stuff. The hard thing is when you're so locked in to like pick up the camera and document it, you're just so focused that sometimes you forget to even like start picking up the camera. So I'm definitely going to keep working on that. Like I said, I'm still not too experienced with the vlogs, but yeah, today's definitely been a busy day. I'm actually just got a video fully edited and ready to render, so tomorrow in the morning the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is start rendering that video. Alright guys, so I was actually supposed to end yesterday's vlog. Yesterday, of course, that was the day when I viewed the M3, the yellow M3, or sorry, the Sao Paulo yellow M3, and there was also an M4 at that same garage. I didn't manage to vlog it because we were kind of just talking back and forth with the dealer about it. But the spec on that was literally beautiful. Like when it had every spec, I mean it had every spec. It was basically the perfect spec for me. The only thing is, bro, they were taxing so much for that car because it had like 30,000 miles on it, and I don't really want to buy a car with that many miles, but because the spec was perfect, I thought I might as well try my luck. But even though it had so many miles, they were trying to charge like it was basically a brand new car in it, or if it only had a couple thousand miles on it. So I don't really want to get a car with a lot of miles on it. I want it to be pretty minimal, but the spec on it was beautiful. But from today's video, I think you've seen me review quite a few cars. I'm glad I looked at the M2 because it is actually really nice, but still I think the M4 is the one. But yeah, because like I haven't really actually seen these cars in person before. The M4, the M2, the M3, I've never, like, of course I've seen them in person, but actually getting into them and like being able to experience them and see what they'd be like to actually own, I haven't managed to do so. So I'm really glad I've obviously managed to go ahead and do that. And it's given me a better perspective in terms of which one I want and what spec I actually want, because as you guys know and have been hearing me saying, I want to get the right spec. If I'm spending that much money, I basically want to get the best spec possible. So definitely looking at the ones with less spec has made me think even more of that. Yeah, after viewing all the cars in today's video, a lot of those were at garages that were convenient to me, so relatively nearby, or ones obviously on the way to go see my family right at the start of the video. But at this point now, don't be surprised if my next video is something like how I bought my dream car at 20, because I'm ready to pull the trigger. But I mean, you guys know how long I've literally been waiting to get this. You guys know, if you've been watching the vlogs, the current car I'm driving, the sort of upgrade. The funniest thing is when I go to the dealership and they're like, oh, what do you drive right now then? Or in fact, when I've gone with my dad, they think obviously he's buying the car, and then my dad's like, oh no, it's actually for him. And they're just like, what? Like, I think if I went on my own especially, they wouldn't even take me seriously. But of course, with my dad being there, he actually gets to test drive the cars. Like I say, you have to be 25 to even test drive the M cars, which is crazy. I still got 5 years until I can do that. But yeah, they're like, oh, so what do you drive right now? And I go, oh, Ford Fiesta. And they're all in disbelief because that upgrade is fucking crazy. It's literally 5 times the power. Yeah, don't be surprised if the next video is, well, the trigger's been pulled. In fact, guys, I'm just going to show you the spec on the PC because you can see it way better. Look at those buckets, bro. They're actually beautiful. This interior, unreal. Yeah, the Ultimate Pack is definitely a must-have after looking in person. Black interior as well for me. This Tanzanite blue is just stunning. It's actually stunning. Again, just the red brake calipers aren't my favourite, but I'm being really nitpicky there. You can always change those. That exterior as well with the Ultimate Pack, the carbon diffuser. Absolutely insane. This is definitely one I'm looking at. We've also got this one right here. This one, like I said, is X-Drive. Sao Paulo yellow. This one like definitely stands out more, but I think that's also low key for the better. Again, black buckets, full carbon everywhere. bro, it's just, this is what always gets me, just bro, actually insane. I really like the black calipers on this one. Look at that carbon fuse on that. Unreal. Yeah, that's basically going to be this vlog wrapped up. I really hope you guys did enjoy the video. Did get a bit of, you know, first-hand experience of what it's even like to be looking at these cars when you're 20, because it's not normal. A lot of the dealerships are just hella, like, they're really confused when they you know, found out it was me that was looking to buy the car, which I guess is understandable, to be fair. But yeah, I think I'm really happy that I obviously went around and actually got to look at the cars in person. It makes a huge difference, because most of the time I was just looking online, but actually, you know, seeing it and experiencing it in hand gives me a way better sort of advantage in terms of picking the right one. I'm probably overthinking it way too much in terms of the car. But yeah guys, that's basically going to be the whole vlog there. If you want to learn exactly what I do and basically be able to be in this position, which I'm very fortunate to be in, then you can be mentored by me one-to-one. I'm basically going to guarantee you your first $10,000 online strictly through TikTok. So the application link is going to be below. As I have said, we have just opened up new spots inside the inner circle, so I'd be quick and, you know, really take action with that. Also, I do have a completely free training which is going to teach you the basics of TikTok, whether you want to do the TikTok Creator Tools program, TikTok Shop. Both of those ways are amazing ways to monetize through TikTok at the moment. So again, if you want to check that out, you can check that in the link in the description. Final thing as well guys, my Instagram is also in the description. Feel free to follow me there. If you've got any questions, you know, ask them or put them in the comments. I see every single one. That being said guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.